Welcome to Dad's Drafts.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad's Drafts. It's great to have you here, especially my 3 new subscribers. And we're going to do our first ever premium draft of Bloomburrow. So I'm glad you're here to tag along, and if it's your first time, consider leaving a like or subscribe or whatever you like. Now I have had a very busy and rough day, but I will do my best to make it the best of this first draft. I really like this set so far. I've been playing Two-Headed Giant with it. And let's just see what we can get. Now, this one. A 1-1 trample. Whenever another frog, rabbit, raccoon, or squirrel you control enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter. I think this is probably the strongest, or one of the strongest one-mana spells you can play. But it does commit you into, well, avoiding, I think, red, or for avoiding black-white. Sugarcoat is, I think, decent removal, and I think the Nightfisher, sorry, not the Kingfisher, of course, is also a very nice card if you can actually manage to pick up some other birds. Now, there's some very nice strong cards here. For me, it's between the Valley Might Caller and the Nocturnal Hunger, which is a 3-mana instant removal spell. There's not much green in this pack, so I think I will pick the green card and see if we can focus on some frog, rabbit, raccoon. So that's green, white, blue, red. Now, what do? Hired Claw, another 1-drop. When you attack with 1 or more lizards, Hired Claw deals 1 damage to target opponent, and we got something that cares about anything but lizards. So that's not great. There are pretty nice green cards in this deck as well. I like the Polywallop, which is a pretty decent removal spell. And I think I will probably pick the Polywallop. I also love the Veteran, because also, you know, it's a raccoon, so it goes well with this. But I think the removal spell is probably the best pick, because we might end up in blue-green frogs. I also like Calamitous Tide, so blue so far seems open, but then again it's only the second pick. Wow. Another Hired Claw. What do? Whenever creature you control enters Surveil 1, I think that's also already very strong. Whenever you attack target creature with power 3, less can be blocked. That's also pretty cool. Whenever creature you control deals come damage to a player, you might exile it, then return to the battlefield. So it's good with flickering abilities. Now I also love Calamitous Tide. And there's also another Polywallop. And I think at this point I just want to keep cutting green. But I must say that red is pretty strong in this pack. And other blue cards are also strong. But I'm just trying to cut off most green that I can. And see where we can end up. 2-mana gift a card, return target permanent. If the gift was promised, return 2 target permanents. That's decent. Not really impressed by these. I think the duo is pretty cool and also pretty good. I also like the counter spell if you have some birds. But so far I am not really sure what our second color is going to be. I also like Mind Spiral, but at this point I think I'm just going to keep staying green for what we can and pick up frogs. Sky Skipper duo. Okay, so red-green does seem very open, and green overall seems pretty open because this card is pretty good as well. But I think at this point I know that this card is decent. I will pick either of these two, and I think the Plume Creed Escort is better than the Wondertail Mentor. So I think I will take this. And let's see what our first duo did. Frog, rabbit, raccoon, or squirrel. Okay. Well, this is a bird, but I will take the other card here. Okay. That's a late Calamitous Tide. I think this card is pretty decent. So I think I will take it here and see if we can end up in blue-green. Now red spells does seem somewhat open, but I think it's not the strongest archetype. So I will take the Calamitous Tide and see if we can end up in a green. Wow, that's a very late Splash Slasher. Now I know blue is not the strongest color, but I think this card is pretty, or maybe very good. Especially if you have some ways to flicker it. Now the Teapot Slinger, so green, blue, red, seems pretty open overall, black is not. But this card has really overperformed during my Two-Headed Giant pre-release because it deals 4 damage. Because you have 2 opponents during a Two-Headed Giant. And it happened a lot. So this card is pretty good. But I will take the Splash Slasher here since we already have some pretty decent blue cards. So we have a Red Otter, which doesn't go really well with our Might color, but the 3 Root Weaver does. So I think I will, well, it's not a mole, I mean it doesn't go that well, but it helps us ramp and maybe fix, so I will take it here. Blue card, Skyskipper Duo, 5-mana 3/3 flying. When it enters, exile up to 1 target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under control. So I think it goes well with some of the cards that we have. So I will take it here. And it's also a frog, which goes well with the Might color. Wow, another Calamitous Tide. Maybe I want this instead because it's an instant. Yeah. Wow, that's a very late Wonder-Tail Mentor. Let's just see, is it too late to go green-red? I don't think it is. Okay, well, I think I will just take this. Another 1-drop rare. At the beginning of your upkeep, return another creature you control to its owner's hands. If you do, plus 1 miss. Otherwise, you might turn Mr. Without to its owner's hand. Well, I think that's pretty good. So, with this, with these two, I think we really need to focus on frogs, rabbit, raccoons, or squirrels that have an enter the battlefield ability. So for now, I will, for instance, cut the Bird Scout because it doesn't have that ability. And we need a lot of 2-drops, and then I think we should be pretty good. Because this puts counters on it, and this I can put stuff back into my hand, and wow. Okay, well, that is worth splashing. What else do we get? Sticky Tongue Sentinel. We don't have any 3-drops yet. Okay, so it flickers. Okay. I think you can't really get the let this one pass, to be honest, especially because we already have 1 fixer. I mean, even if you play this as a 6-drop without sacrificing anything, it ends the battlefield, opponents lose 4 life unless they sacrifice non-land or discard, and then when it attacks next turn it happens again. And it's good with enter the battlefield things, so we will do that. Another Polywallop. This is pretty good, especially with the Viper, but I don't think we can go double black. So at this point it will be Polywallop or the 3-drop, and I think we can't really have too many of these. And then we'll focus on 2-drop frogs from now on. And maybe the blue frog will come around. Got myself a nice cup of coffee. So I wouldn't mind some 2-drops like the mole, but also I think this mole is good, not only because it ramps, but also because it is a 1/3, and I think 1/3 is a pretty decent booty in this matchup. So a fight spell or a protect spell. I think we need the fight spell, and then I think we're pretty settled on removal. Two-drop frogs is what we want. I think then we should be okay. This is a great creature to flicker. It's frog. Okay. Well, I will take this frog because it's a frog and it gives any other frogs that I pick up ward 1. Okay, so 2 and 3 drop frogs. That's the plan. Okay. Wow. Another Polywallop. How much for each frog you control? Okay, well, we don't have many tokens, otherwise this would be pretty good. But I will take the Polywallop over one of these two, because I think we already have 4 frogs, 6 frogs even. So I think this will often be a 3-mana removal spell. This is not a frog. And what are the creature types that we wanted? Squirrel, raccoon, frog, rabbit. It is a squirrel. I will just take it as a 3-drop, but I hope not to play it. I think I'll take this because it's a frog. And it fixes if we really need it. But I won't creature. It seems pretty decent. I think I'll take it because we have some ways to put +1/+1 counter and stuff, so it might work out. There's a frog that I really like. Nothing else that we really need. So we need some more creatures. We do have some fight spells. We do have a nice top end with these, but I wouldn't really mind another 5-drop, to be honest. Okay, well, we can do that. Wow, Hunter's Talent. One profit. You're not going to let me pick between these two, are you? Yeah, I'm going to miss the Palm Prophet, but I think we really need the Hunter's Talent. It's just a great card. I mean, 2-mana bite spell with amazing upside and amazing art. Whenever you attack target attacking creature gets +1/+1 trample, and especially the last one, if you control a big dude, it gives you a card. Okay, there's Head of the Homestead, which I like, because it's a rabbit, and you know, whenever, what was another rabbit? Yeah, that goes very fast with the Might Caller, and I think this card is good anyway. We do want to keep our eyes open for one of the lands, perhaps, that also has the same ability. That lets you tap and then put a counter on each rabbit or frog that entered the battlefield that turn. Root of the Spade or another Head of the Homestead. I think we need 3 drops, to be honest. But I love this card. No, I don't think we have enough tokens to make this at 3/3 often, so I will just take this. Oh, thank you. Would like another one of these. So this is often a 3-drop, I just think. Wow. I like this as well, but I think this is a better enter the battlefield ability. Wouldn't mind one of the 2-drop frogs to come around. What do you do? A Squirrel Warrior? Does it trigger? Yes, okay. When it enters, for each other squirrel or food you control, whenever another squirrel or food control enters. I don't have enough squirrels to make that work, do I? I only have 1 squirrel now. I'll take the duo. Mill 4 cards, put permanent card if you control a squirrel or return squirrel. Okay, I think cash grab is pretty good because it's an instant. Now we have the option to pick on one of the lands. I will use this. Thank you. Because we will have many frogs and birds, but mostly frogs, entering the battlefield. And then just tap once, reveal 2, I think it's pretty strong. But we do need to do some cuts. There's a pawn profit, I like that. It's a creature we can flicker. We do have, I think, too many 4-drops, but as I said, this counts as a 3-drop, pretty much. We do have some instants. I will just pick this. I'm not sure if we're going to play it, but it might be good. I mean, it lets us play our removal spell. Meh, I don't know. Alright. So we will focus a lot on flickering. 2 swarms is okay, I guess. We do need to make 5 cuts. If we can cut some creatures, maybe we can cut 1 Polywallop. Maybe we don't need this Brawl because it's a sorcery. And we have so many Polywallops, so maybe I shouldn't have picked that. Escort is good, Duo is okay. This is a frog and this is a raccoon, so that works. Frog, frog. Frog is a crazy good frog. Maybe we don't need the Calaminous Tide or the... I think this is a pretty decent enter the battlefield. So let's get rid of the Tide. We have too many 4-drops because it counts this as 4-drops. Maybe we can play without this. I think the upside is not amazing. How many ways do we have to make counters appear on our creatures? Sun counter. Yeah, I think this won't happen so often. It's too situational, but the idea is nice. I think the removal spells are better, so... Yeah. So I think the removal spell, the Polywallop, is better than the putting it on top. Because I hopefully, we will have 2 or 3 creatures on the battlefield, and then often the Polywallop will be and cheap and effective. So let's see how this goes. So we have both our colors. We have some action. Sure. Okay. Now we have plenty of Polywallops. But I wouldn't mind... yeah, that's a better 2-drop, I'd say. But we do have all our colors, so let's just attack first and see if they go for it. Okay, that's nice. I will keep up the cash grab. See if we can pick up a 4-drop frog, or some kind of frog anyway. Yeah. That's a very nice card. Will you attack? He won't. Okay. Wow. Well, we do have the black source, so might as well get the Viper. I think. It's a slow play, but I think it's the best play. We can sacrifice some food. I think we do. Turn 4 Viper. I dig it. Now I am going to attack with this, obviously. And now we have amazing targets for the Polywallop. If he actually... I think it will die, obviously, but hey. Or return it to our hand. Okay, well, good game. And that's what the Viper does, apparently. Especially if you play it at turn 4. I don't think that will happen again, but that was nice to do. Having some food to play it early. Right, game 2. 2 colors, 2 drops, 3 drops, I like it. We can actually make this grow pretty fast. So we might play the duo actually over the mole, depending on what they play. I think we just do this. Get a little bit aggressive, you know what I'm saying? We can fight something, whatever they play. If only we had another thing to enter the battlefield with 4 mana. Oh well, we do have something with 3 mana. Target creature you control can't be blocked, so I will target the Banebreaker because this will be a 3-drop anyway, and we get in for 5. And he has to jump or take 3. Wow, that was a nice pickup. No, I don't really care about making another food. So another green sword would be great for the Polywallop and the Root Weaver. But if we can just target you control deals damage equal to twice its power. Okay. Okay. Well, that isn't the green sword, but it will have to do. So we can make this unblockable. But we can't remove it. If we remove it, we can get in for 2, 4, 7. I think we'll just keep up the Polywallop, to be honest. Oh. Oh, and it ends the battlefield. Okay, well. Let's just get nifty. I mean, it's still 4 damage. You will probably do the Might Caller, but this is not the best attack for us. We can kill their next play and then play the Wave Rider to play the Polywallop again, I guess. So we are still going strong, and I hope he keeps playing 1-drops every turn. Okay, smart move. He is missing lands. Might as well. Okay. Wow. Okay, well, let's pay 2. So I think we have lethal if he plays 1 creature, because we... Okay, he doesn't play 1 creature. So we can play the Wave Rider. I think it's the best play. We have that triggering We'll play the Polywallop. That deals damage to the Homestead dude. We'll attack for lethal. He'll have to jump. And we'll keep on the pressure. Now, unless they have a board wipe, I think we should be... Okay, good game. And that's why the mole is so good, because it will help you get your 6-drop sooner than needed. And with all the Polywallops, I think it's pretty good. Okay. 2-0. Now I assume that at this point it will get more difficult to win, because we will probably be matched up against people who are also in the winning lane. Okay, I will keep this. Really like to get our 1-drop soon, but I'll play the cash grab. Maybe we'll hit the black source, the swamp. When it or another creature leaves the battlefield without dying, +1. Okay, that's nice. I mean, even a 2/3 2-mana creature is good. There's a black source. I'm not sure which is better. The 2-mana creature. I will take the... We don't have anything to play anyway. We might just hit another land, so I'll just go for this. He might actually kill this now that we picked this, so maybe I should have picked the swamp. He knows that this is important to us. Okay. We're not hitting our land drops. We can't kill that, so I think we just have to pass. Maybe play the escort, even without any hexproof abilities, just to put on some pressure. And that way our tree guard duo has a nice target. Yeah, he has to discard, so that sucks for him. I will not play the Viper because it's just too painful. So I'll just play this. Buff the escort and just get in for some damage and hope to draw some land soon, which would be very nice. Polywallop is already decent. Okay, well, he did get his 3rd land, now he can find his 4th, so he is back in the driver's seat, it seems. There's a 4th land. I'll attack with these two. Oh, he has reach. Okay, well, I won't attack with that one. Where we sacrifice. Maybe we do this. I don't think we really need the mana dude anymore after we play the Viper and we have some 3-drops. And them losing 3 or discarding or whatever is already good. Some trippy sleeves. Okay, so an escort is gone. That's his whole graveyard. Why can't I click his graveyard? Okay, well, the Viper is getting stunned, obviously, which is sad. Wow, that was slow. I think I'll just get in for some damage, to be honest. And I can return it to... Whenever target creature deals comes to a damage to play, you may exile it. If you do, return it to the battlefield under owner's control. So this is not dealing any damage. So I will just do this one. That way I will get an unblocked creature, I mean an untapped creature, but would have been very nice with the Viper, obviously. So next turn we can play the Banebaker's Duo and Polywallop, or Polywallop twice, which I think might be the best thing to do. Especially if they play one creature, we can get in with some damage. Wow. Yep, they're just going to keep that thing tapped. Do we have good attacks if we... Might as well. I mean, if they block this, maybe I should have done it sooner. I mean, this kills their blocker, so we are up ahead now. They got their 5th land, but we can kill pretty much anything they play. So if they play one creature and don't leave up any mana, we win. But they really kept this thing under controls very nicely, to be honest. Just keeping it tapped. Seems he has a way to get stuff out of his graveyard. Okay. So he plays one creature. Okay, well, yeah. This is good game. So far, blue-green seems pretty decent. Now, I must say we were somewhat lucky that he was stuck on 3 lands, so I think he could have done more if he had more luck with his draws. But 3-0. Let's see if we can keep this going. Oh. So I've been very busy in the garden, but also working on the kitchen, so we currently don't have a kitchen. Which I must say is a lot of work. Excuse me. I hope I'm not making you tired. Alright, Astro Bull, bring it on. We do have all our 3 colors, and this is a bird, so that doesn't trigger, but I think it's still good enough. Spend this many only to cast creature spells, okay. Might just play the mole at turn 2, I guess. I'm not sure if I want to play this actually, because neither of these have an enter the battlefield ability, so I might just attack with a 3 Root Weaver and keep up the escort. Hello, Viper. Do we do a turn 3 Viper? I think we do. I mean, it's aggressive, but If we untap with this, we have the escort, so we should be good. If they manage to kill this or return this to our hand, it will be a very big tempo play. He takes 4 damage. I hope he doesn't have black. Okay, white. You could put it in shackles or something. What's it called? You know, the enchantment. Please let me untap. Oh, that's just mean. Okay, well, I guess it's coming back a turn. I don't want to submit any because I played land this turn. I think it's coming back soon. Yep. Yeah, Run Away Together is amazing. If you play Two-Headed Giant, you should play this card, or cards like this. 2 mana, return 2 creatures of each opponent. I mean, 1 creature of each opponent. Oh, look at him go. Look at the value, dude. You know, our dude is bigger. Do we play the Viper? I don't think we do. I think this target is too great to sacrifice for this, so I'll just keep up the Fight and Protect spell, which also seems nice. And we do have the advantage on board, so as long as we keep removing any good blockers, we can just keep attacking for 3. And if we draw 1 land, we can play the Viper. Yep. Can be blocked. When it deals damage to a player, draw a card. Okay. I just want to keep some pressure on here. Keep up the escort, and next turn play the Viper. He will loot. He has done quite a bit of looting already, by the way. 4 cards, yeah. Oh, it's just a draw card. Pretty nice. That's nice. He should have done that. Well, he probably didn't have it in his hand yet. Let's just play this like this. See what he does. You can draw a card every turn, but he's just top decking now. Yeah, I think I want to trade this. I know it's a trade down, but oh my goodness, I'm so dumb. Why did I think that was a good idea? Why did I think they had to double block? Oh, he falls for it? Oh, thank goodness. Thank you. My stupidity is amazing. Okay, well, we were lucky there that he actually blocked with it. He didn't have to. If he just blocked with the duo, which he should have, then it would have been a blowout somewhat. So, I don't know if you can hear the beeping sound, but if you can, then I will solve it after this game. So he does have decent blocks, but I will not let him attack simply with the lure. But yeah, he is drawing more action than we are, obviously, with the looter. Wow. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Wow. There's some crazy blocks. You should have just blocked with everything, to be honest. And take 4 damage. Or discard your card. I don't know what they have, but can't really attack with both. Sure, draw a card. I think the Shore Looter is a very good card. Excuse me. I hope they are going to try to remove my Viper. At this point I'm just keeping the Escort up, because this is, I think, enough to just win if I keep jamming. Wow, why can't I protect this? What? Copy of any creature else on the target, okay. Okay, well, I will lose 4 life, I guess. What do you do? Exile to 1 target creature you control, turn a bit of fellow and scroll next end step. I think that's better. Oh, it did have 2 counters on it. So maybe it wasn't that good. Well, this gives us a free ability, but so if this had attacked with 2 counters on it, enter attack, put a blight counter, and then for each blight counter. Okay, so I shouldn't have done that, because then it would have had 3 counters, and then it would have been quite deadly. So now what are you going to return to your hand? The duo, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, well, I will play this first. Oh no, I shouldn't have, because now I cannot discard anything anymore. Wow, I'm really messing up this game. Yeah. Well, if we lose this, I deserved it. Don't really understand how the Viper works yet. But I think we're dead anyway. He'll just sacrifice 2 creatures and it's good game. Yep, good game. I'll be right back. I have to turn out the beeping noise. Okay, so that game was full of mistakes from my side. I should really put in some more think work, so I do apologize for that. Yeah, returning the snake was a bit, what do you call it, impulsive. I shouldn't have done that, because attacking with it would have given me more triggers. 1 drop, 1 drop. I think this is great. Let's see. So that's an upkeep trigger. Let's see if we can keep the pressure on, making this into a 3-3. Okay, he does have a 2-1. So, this triggers it anyway, and that way we can keep flickering stuff, so I think I will play this. probably sacrifice the food. This way we can keep up the idea of a counterspell. Okay, this is only my creatures, right? Yeah. So we can just keep flickering this for 1, but we don't have any other plays. Oh, that's pretty nice. So this becomes a 4/4. He has to double block. This becomes unblockable. Whenever this creature kills damage, it's turn your max out if you return it. So I can make this turn to the battlefield. I don't think I want to do that actually. This is a nice combination too. Just make an unblockable each turn. Yeah, I'll get rid of the Wave Rider. That won't happen anywhere soon. Yeah, let's just keep doing this, I guess. Yeah, sure. We are not drawing any lands, so let's just keep this going. Another land would have been so great here, but I can't really complain because this combination makes no sense. Yeah, he's just going to attack with Yagra and start sacrificing stuff because he needs to. I think he's dead, right? This will attack for 6. Return on a creature you control to its owner's hand. Yeah. Okay, well that's a great combination. Wow. I won a game with 3 mana. Can't really complain there, to be honest. You can't control the cards you draw, but you can control how you react to them. Stay cool and have fun. Well, I try to stay cool, but I must admit I've had my fair share of drawing 8 lands in a row. Which I must say is terrible. But for all you Magic the Gathering players, you know what I'm talking about. You've had it happen. Also had it happen during my pre-release, by the way, the last game. The two-headed giant game I played. Sure, it's not great, but I'm cooking. Two-drop would be amazing. Okay, well. Is that a strawberry tree? What on earth? Yeah, I played that card during my pre-release. It was pretty awesome. So I will actually just destroy it here because I think it will hurt us a lot. It has whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. So he will probably have ways to gain a lot of life. Okay, well I don't mind that being tossed. The reason I played the Polywallop already is because I can play it again on turn 6. So I hope to draw some kind of action. Any 1, 2, 4 drop or 5 drop is welcome here, to be honest. Well, that's a land. So this becomes a 3/3. No, it doesn't work with others. So I think I'll just put on some pressure here. We have been drawing quite some lands, to be honest. Maybe I can play 1 land less. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think we cannot kill that anymore with the Polywallop, I guess. Or can we use the Daring Wave Rider? We can. Or discard a card. Okay, so we will discard the Forest. Let's get rid of the Goofy Owl. What does it do? Creatures your opponent controls have base toughness 1. Yep. That's good. But this Death Touch will be painful. Oh, no. Okay, well, there goes the Viper plan. I'm not sure why the... Why can you not look at someone's library sometimes? Is that a bug? I think it must be a bug. So I just hope to be drawing something to pump this dude a bit, because now it's getting tedious to... My goodness, why don't you just have all the great rares? Damage can be prevented when it's just MTG equals... Okay, so we cannot kill that by blocking. So we have to chump that. Or take some damage. We'll take some damage. Yeah, but drawing some action now is pretty crucial, because he just keeps playing stuff and... Wow. Oh my goodness, deck, come on. Yeah, I think this is a good game. Yeah, well, it's too late. Okay, we drew a lot of lands there. Maybe I play 1 land less, because I have the 2 moles. So let's see if that makes a difference. We'll get rid of one of these and I don't want to have a too expensive spell. Maybe the well, it's double blue, so that will be difficult. Counterspell. No, we have enough creatures. I'll just put in the counterspell. Let's see if this helps anything. Now, this was the first match we had where I was stuck on too few lands. But we only have 2 6-drops, and one of the 6-drops can be played as a 3, 4, or 5 drop, so we don't have that many. I think this game will end in a draw, because this waiting for opponent takes very, very long. So when this happens, I think it puts you up against an opponent, and then when it prepares and the opponent cancels the queue, the opponent leaves and can just re-queue, and you're just stuck waiting for the opponents, and you can no longer cancel. So this is somewhat annoying. So I'm wondering if this game is still going to happen, but it might just end in a draw. Okay, So this dude probably jumped out of the queue, and then we couldn't anymore. Now I must admit, for the first time ever Bloomburrow draft, I think this is going pretty well. Wouldn't mind to have one more win, or of course get a trophy, but you know, then we need to go 3-0. Alright. Yeah, this is pretty nice. Two drop into potential 3-drop. Might just play this instead of this though. But I will play the Root Weaver. Could just play this, to be honest. We do have plenty of mana, so I will play this next turn. Play the Lurker and get in for 2. Next turn we can make that go big. I will not return it to our hand. Okay, well, he must have been very scared of the ward ability, I guess. I will keep up the escort, just even if you can prevent any silly spell, it's always great. And if they play nothing, I might just play the escort for some pressure. That doesn't have reach, so let's play this. Okay, not sure why he does that now though, but let's see. Let's just get in for 6 damage, why not? Now this is why the duo I think is pretty good, because it leaves a decent body to block with. Sure. If he does attack, we'll just take it. Next turn we'll have some good attacks with the Polywallop. Could have sacrificed the food there, by the way. Do we attack with both? We do have a food sacrifice, so life-wise I think we're pretty good. They are now on a 5 hit points. Might just block with the Root Weaver, depending on what they play. Okay. So that's nice. Take out the trash is a really good card. You should pick it highly, I guess. Okay. Well, that's why we attacked last turn, because he doesn't have the hit points to attack us back. So we already drew half of our lands now. Do we want to attack? I don't think we do. 7. He just keeps drawing action. Okay, well that does help. Sure, why not? Pump this. At least we have a creature that can block again. Yep. Look at that fatty. Love it. Doesn't have great attacks. Well, that's a bit too late. That's why this isn't great, because it will probably not counter anything unless they play 2 spells or 1 big spell, and they will not play 2 spells at this point because, you know, they would have played it otherwise last turn. So I hope they tap out to play something big. Seems he's going to play a non-creature spell. Please tap out at least 5 mana. He does have to pay the ward. Yeah, well, I don't know why they hate that frog so much. It already did its thing, right? Why wouldn't you just kill the duo? Yeah, we really need to draw some action now. That is some kind of action. But I will wait till their turn. Wait until they attack with the cultivator. Or until they do that. Well, I can't really counter that because neither of these are birds. So I think the counter spell is not great in our deck, but I think it's still better than a land. Well, that sucks. Okay, well, now we can actually counter it, which is pretty nice. But we are getting quite low. We are at 3. Oh, come on. Are we just dead? 9 lands. We have 16 in our deck, so 1 out of 3 of these cards are land. I do appreciate him giving me 1 more turn. Well, there's Magic the Gathering Arena for you. That just happens so much to me in this game. So we went 4 and 3. I think we could have gone higher if we didn't flood last 2 games. I know that's part of the game, but you've heard me before. I have the idea that with Arena, it happens more than just regular playing. So thank you for joining me. I hope you had fun. I hope to see you in the next one, and have a very nice day. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching Dad's Drafts.